I think this time, like the last year and a half, I've been focusing on a lot of techno tracks, just because I loved reconnecting with my studio, and I bought a new mixer, and everything works really well. I've made a really good setup, which I never like took the time to actually make my studio work and make it an instrument, because that's how I like to use it, as an instrument, and that just leads to a certain kind of music, which is not the music that I make when I'm sitting in a plane, or in a hotel room making tracks, which I do all the time anyway. But it's a very different approach, and it creates a very different, more minimal kind of sounding music.
Yes, we're here at District 4, where Joris Voorn just closes his set at the Friday night of Extrema. How did that feel?
The opening night and the closing set. Hey, that's
closing set. Yeah,
it was absolutely amazing. It's been a while. I mean, last week I was at Saga Festival in Romania, which was absolutely amazing. But then, being like a week later here, close to my home, I came here driving, and seeing all these people here, it's really wow. It's such a I don't even know what to say, really. Like,
no, but how did that feel? Like the first time you went on tour, compared to now the first time, like you said, close to home. So that's a different feeling, right?
Yeah, it's super nice. I mean, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's all going to be again as well, in the Netherlands or anywhere in the world. Yeah, it's just really amazing to be back on stage playing all these tracks that I've been making over the last year and a half, and see that they actually really work. So that's one of the best things even.
So I'm sure you spent a lot of time in the studio last year. Is that like a small, let's call it an advantage, kind of? Like you had this time that you never had normally when you're touring like 24/7. And now you had this extra time to create something special.
It goes both ways, because normally I need time on the road to test my tracks as well, and I make different versions based on how they sound in the club, in a festival. But I've been doing lots of more techno stuff, which is just like pressing play, having lots of hardware, 909 and effects, and just record a track for 12 minutes. I've been making many of those, and I played a couple tonight. Even Fire before I played a couple. That I made, because I sent them to him, and that's really nice to see. Like I think I probably would not have done that if I would have been traveling like non-stop.
I think that surprised everybody, because right when we came on stage, we heard a sound like full throttle that maybe people aren't so used to from you.
Well, the thing is, I've been playing Awakenings for I don't know, like almost 20 years. I always play techno. Today it was just a bit faster, but that's because Fire was playing 136, and then I play 135. That's like the fastest I played in a long time. But the music, I have all the music. I've had the music for years. That's nothing different.
No, that's true. But it was like, I think it's really cool also to see some extra energy from all the artists at the moment. I think that really entices the crowd to give a little bit extra as well. Like when you were now in the studio this whole time, is that something also for the music that you've been thinking about? Like, hey, do I want to change anything? Is it like a little reflection time to look back at what you've been doing for the last 20 years?
I've always been doing so many different things. It's a bit schizophrenic sometimes, but I think this time, like the last year and a half, I've been focusing on a lot of techno tracks, just because I loved reconnecting with my studio, and I bought a new mixer, and everything works really well. I've made a really good setup, which I never like took the time to actually make my studio work and make it an instrument, because that's how I like to use it, as an instrument, and that just leads to a certain kind of music, which is not the music that I make when I'm sitting in a plane, or in a hotel room making tracks, which I do all the time anyway. But it's a very different approach, and it creates a very different, more minimal kind of sounding music.
Another thing that people really love about you is that you let people also into your private space a bit, into your personal life, like see you do your hobbies in the skate park, your family. A lot of people are just super close, like this is me as a DJ and a studio, but you really let people into your life a little bit more than others.
I don't follow any DJs on social media, so I don't know. I just do what I do. But I think it's like, what can you post? Like social media is just something you have to keep up with, and it's nice to show people that I'm doing other things than just making music. And I mean, skateboarding is something I really love, and I think it's a fun thing. I'm 44, you know, like it's not an easy thing to do at 44. I mean, I did it as a kid, but I picked it up a few years ago because Kolsch, my good friend, gave me a skateboard for my 40th birthday.
Wow.
And then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give this a try. And it's actually really a zen to just go out, you know, like surf the bowl and everything. And to show that to people, you know, just have fun and do things that are different, you know. It's not all about music, it's not all serious.
I think now everybody wants to know, so Kolsch gave you the skateboard, right?
Yeah.
But did he have Kolsch on the skateboard?
No, he didn't. It was from like a very boutique Danish brand, but I broke it within a month, I think. I think it was more for hanging on the wall or cruising on the streets. It wasn't for making ollies or doing like serious tricks. And I started doing that quite quickly, and then I just broke it.
Oh shit. Well, now most of the time when you see artwork from Kolsch, it's like really tiny in the background somewhere, so maybe you have to go back and look. Maybe it's somewhere.
It was not his skateboard, trust me.
Okay,
yeah.
it didn't.
It wasn't.
Thanks so much, Joris. I think like the good thing is like it's coming home slowly, right?
Yes, for sure, definitely, 100%.
Thanks so much. Have a good time here, man.